We have taken delivery of the trees that are going to be planted up the hill. They're all dormant just now and they're in their little bags ready to go up and be planted. Also, these are the tubes that Farmer William showed you, and these go around the little saplings to stop anything eating them, give them a bit of protection, and the canes just to give them a bit of support. Each bag of saplings has a plant passport attached, and that should be able to tell you where these little saplings have come from. So behind me right now there are some big machines that are busy preparing the ground for the baby saplings to be planted into. Some of the trees being planted here are evergreens and some of them are deciduous hardwood, so I think we should go and have a look at some of the machinery and see what they're getting up to. Let's go. This is the Enviromounder. This is what helps to prepare the ground ready for the baby trees to be planted into. These bits are like giant shovels. The Enviromounder that we've just seen has now finished preparing this part of the hill. It's left safe pockets behind it ready to put the baby trees into. The big digger in the distance is preparing ditches to help with the drainage for the new trees. The ground is now prepared and we're ready to start planting the saplings. So the tree planters have arrived, so I'm going to take you now and let you see them in action.
Hello, I'm Aaron.
And I'm Michael.
And we are tree planters. We come out here and plant trees in the ground 2 metres apart so that they've got enough room to grow. You have to push the shovel right in and make sure that the trees are in firm so that the roots can take hold and make sure that they're nice and sturdy.
This is your planting equipment. You've got your spade, you've got a set of gloves, and then you've got your planting bags. With your planting bags you have 100 trees per side, and you just walk up the hill, work beside trees you've already done, and just get as much planted as you can in a day. Got a Sika evergreen tree here. I'm just going to give you a demonstration on how to plant it. Find a nice bit of ground, shovel in, back and forward to make the hole. Grab your tree just at the top, put all your roots in, press it down, make sure all your roots are down and none on show, and then give it a kick, make sure it's straight, and that is you, a planted tree.
Lovely.
There could be rain on the way. There are huge black clouds in the sky at the moment, and this is not a bad thing. The new saplings are going to be planted over the next few days, and the rain will make sure that they're nice and healthy and grow into big trees like we're hoping they will. Farmers consider themselves to be guardians of the land, and not all the decisions they make are for right now. Sometimes you've got to look far into the future and make decisions that are best for then. Now I thought we'd see what a grown-up Sitka spruce looks like, so you can get the idea of how they grow and change from the ones that we've planted up the hill. Let's go. Although the Sitka spruce that we've just planted are fast growing, they will still take a long time to reach the height of these ones. Do you remember the tree planters showed you how important it was to have enough space for the roots of the tree to be able to support it? Well, as you can see, this old Sitka spruce has very big roots. You can just see them over the ground there. As you know, the Sitka has kind of crumbly bark, and on the tree itself we have some moss growing. Now, as we know, moss doesn't have roots as such. It actually has what's called rhizoids underneath. And they're like black stringy things that help it to grow where not many other things would. We can see its branches coming out of its very straight trunk. Another feature of the Sitka spruce that we already know about was the sticky sap that runs down out of its trunk. We can tell that birds live in this Sitka spruce. The first piece of evidence is that we can actually hear them. And the second evidence, of course, is that they have pooped on the tree. Another piece of evidence for birds could be that we found feathers just under the tree. Under the Sitka spruce is a whole little ecosystem all of its own. We've got wild violets, got some more moss, different types of grasses, flowers, clovers, and we've also got some pine needles and the pine cones that it's dropped. We know it's a very old tree, first of all by the size of its trunk, but also because lichen takes a long time to grow. There's lots of it growing on this one here. This Sitka spruce is a really old one. It's absolutely huge and it's really tall and wide. We have a different type of lichen here growing on the trunk, and also you can see just how sticky the sap is, as you can see the drips coming off here. This is a crow's nest in the tree. Isn't he cool? While we've been thinking about land preparation, I thought you might like to see the harrows. These are pulled at the front by a machine and the spikes run along the ground like a giant rake. And this can be used for lots of reasons, and there's two sides. One with very high spikes and the other side is lower.
Hi kids, how you doing? I've just come into the barn here and I noticed something on my jacket. This was the jacket I was using through lambing time in some of the wet weather. And I've just noticed over the last couple of days a cheeky little wasp has started building his nest on my jacket. Isn't that cool? And he'll build this. What he'll use for making this is he'll fly about and any old dead wood, he'll scrape it off with his little teeth, bring it back and stick it onto his nest here. And this little nest here, if left, could go to anything up to a foot across.